What's up, the John Squad? This is John Pilling here, your YouTube World Heresy Champion here on YouTube, and I'm coming to my WWE Monday Night Raw review for August 6, 2018. Let's do this, shall we, the John Squad? So, we kicked off WWE Monday Night Raw with Kurt Angle and Constable Baron Corbin, and Kurt Angle talks about Ronda Rousey making her in-ring debut on Raw, and talks about Brock Lesnar, that he has no class, and that Paul Heyman's job is still intact. So then Roman Reigns comes out and talks to Kurt Angle that he should have known better last week about, kicking him out of the arena last week. And then he talks to Baron Corbin. Roman talks to Baron Corbin and tells him what was he doing last week when Kurt Angle was getting attacked when he ran away. So then Kurt Angle makes a match between Constable Baron Corbin versus Roman Reigns for the match right now. So then Baron Corbin beats up on Roman Reigns before the bell rings. So then the first match on Raw was Constable Baron Corbin versus Roman Reigns, and the winner was Roman Reigns because during the match, Finn Balor comes out during the match as Baron Corbin was leaving. Finn Balor comes out and then gets. And Roman Reigns super punches Baron Corbin, then gets him back into the ring, and Roman Reigns does a spear, and Roman Reigns picks up the win. And then, after the match, Finn Balor does the coup de grace onto Baron Corbin, and that's what happens in that segment. So the second match you had on Raw was Bobby Roode, Glorious, versus Mojo Rawley, and the winner was Bobby Roode. That is right. The winner was Bobby Roode. Then we had Elias cuts a promo in the ring, and Lashley, and then he talks about Lashley, and then out comes Bobby Lashley. Elias had his crew in the ring and filming a documentary. So then Lashley comes out and says, "Don't you ever talk about my name like that," after he talks about him last week and stuff like that. So then Elias beats up on Lashley, and the crew's like filming and stuff like that for Elias's documentary. So then what happens next is that Elias beats up on Lashley. So then Bobby Lashley turns the tables, and Lashley beats up on Elias and delivers the suplex powerbomb onto Elias. And then the crew is filming Elias getting beat up, and Lashley puts on top of them, and that's what happens to end that segment. So then the third match you had on Raw was Razor versus Titus O'Neil, and the winner was Razor. Then we had an in-ring promo, well, not in-ring promo, we had the Kevin Owens show on Raw, and Kevin Owens welcomes out his guest, Jinder Mahal. Owens talks about to Jinder Mahal that they have something in common, that they both beat Braun Strowman. Jinder Mahal, that Owens tells him that he beat Braun Strowman inside a steel cage match. He beat him inside a steel cage match, and that Jinder Mahal beat him by countout last week. He talks about that. So then, what happens is that Kevin Owens welcomes out. This is just too funny. Kevin Owens welcomes out Braun Strowman's opponent. He welcomes out because he wants to make Jinder Mahal fight Braun Strowman again. So, I just thought this is funny. He wants to make Jinder Mahal fight Braun Strowman again in a rematch. So then he welcomes out Braun Strowman. So then Braun Strowman is nowhere to be found after he welcomes out. But guess where Braun Strowman is? He tips over the Kevin Owens set. Just tips it over, and then they have their match. So then what happens next is that they have their match, Jinder Mahal and Braun Strowman, and the match on Raw was Braun Strowman versus Jinder Mahal, and the winner was Jinder Mahal by DQ due to Braun Strowman hitting Jinder Mahal with the briefcase. And then that's what happens there. So then we had a 2-on-1 handicap match, Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. And Seth Rollins was going to have a tag team partner, that was going to be Roman Reigns. But before he was going to have that tag team partner with Roman Reigns, Constable Baron Corbin, tells Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns that, Roman Reigns, you're not going out there as Seth Rollins' tag team opponent. You already wrestled in a match, and Rollins, you're going to go out there on your own, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match. And I just thought that this was just ridiculous. So what happened was is that because Stephanie McMahon made the rules that she did not want to ruin the main event of the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. So then Seth Rollins says, so then if Roman was to go out there, he was going to lose his Universal Championship title match. So then what happens is Seth Rollins goes out there on his own, and then what happens here is that Roman Reigns punches Baron Corbin in the ribs, and that's what happens to Baron Corbin. So then the winner of the 2-on-1 handicap match was Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus those two guys. So we had was a 2-on-1 handicap match, Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, and the winner was, unfortunately, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Then the next match on Raw was the B Team versus the Revival, and during the match, this was just crazy. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy switched sides. We couldn't find the other half of one half of the B Team and one half of the Revival. They switched sides, and the match ends in a no contest because Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt attacked one half of the B Team, one half of the Revival, and then Bray Wyatt did the Sister Abigail onto what was his name? Bo Dallas, and that's what happens there. So then the next match we had on Raw was Sasha Banks and Bayley versus the Riot Squad. Then during the match, Ruby Riott made her return and helped out her team by saving Liv Morgan and distracting Sasha Banks and Bayley. And the winner was the Riot Squad. Then the main event we had on Raw was Ronda Rousey versus Alicia Fox, and the winner was Ronda Rousey. After the match, Ronda Rousey gets in-ring interviewed. Alexa Bliss tries to go in the ring and attack her. Then Ronda Rousey gets on the mic and tells Alexa Bliss that no matter how long you have that title, the title is going to be mine. And that's what happens there to end WWE Monday Night Raw last night. So, that was a lot to talk about. And then we also had Paul Heyman, who had a sit-down interview with Renee Young, and he talks about Brock Lesnar and stuff, and we don't have to get into that. It was just something like that. So, once again, the John Scott, please like this video. Don't forget to tap that bell on the YouTube app so you never miss an upload on this video. And when you subscribe to my channel, we all become champions. So, once again, the John Scott, please like this video. Leave your comments down below. Tap that bell on the YouTube app so you never miss an upload on my videos. Peace out, the John Squad. I love you guys.